We're at Smith Rock State Park, and look what they got behind me here. That's an ominous sign. In case you sprain your ankle, you got some crutches, and in case you pass out of heat stroke, you got a basket for your buddies to carry you in. Maybe even float you across the river for a little shorter hike back up the hill. Look at this. Can you see that behind me? Isn't that amazing? This is a gorgeous area. Chai is looking ragged but right. Chai, are you tired? Are you a little tired?
Okay, I don't want to cry.
Man, these guys are brave. Mountain climbing the cliffs here. There's that guy and there's his belay right there. Here's more footage from Smith Rock State Park. Check this out up here. Wow. Chai slugging it through. It's all fun and games until we get across the river and have to go back up the hill. Then it's gonna be a booty kicker. Yeah, it does. Isn't this pretty? Pretty. We made it back to the oasis. A little nice patch of green grass for the pups and some drinking water. That's the last fill up before you go into the park across the bridge. Pretty neat how they have this set up. I like it. We did it.
We made it. That was killer.
We made it. Not sure how long it was, but it was long enough.
Yeah.
And all uphill. Well, after a really good hike at Smith Rock and dealing with Airbnb for about, I don't know, an hour and a half altogether, between
all day.
Yeah, 3 p.m. and midnight, they agreed to give us a refund on that scary location that we booked. We're learning things. We're not going to book Airbnb sight unseen, I don't think, anymore. It's just, we've been disappointed, so it's a real pain in the butt. I'll tell you the honest truth. I contacted the guy directly, and he said he was going to give us a full refund. Airbnb's call center in India told me that the guy agreed to $40. So I know that he was lying, and he was going to keep it for himself, I think. But that just goes with the territory, I guess. This is Expedia and Airbnb that we've been almost screwed by, so know that. Luna is in her natural element here. We stayed at the Days Inn in Bend, Oregon. Here's Chai. And we got all rested up. This morning, we are going to try to head out to Tumalo Falls and hike that trail before we go get some groceries and do some laundry and then head home. So, looking forward to that. There's not enough hours in the day, it seems like. We want to go swimming here in the hotel. We got to do laundry, and we're going to eat breakfast. We want to do Tumalo Falls. So, busy day ahead. Not enough hours in the day, and checkout is at noon, so. Here we are at the Tumalo Falls. You can see the falls like 20 feet from the parking lot. It's amazing. Now we're gonna go hike to get a little closer shot. We made it to the top, the overlook, Tumalo Falls. I'll show you all around. Little Pooch has made it too, after stopping every 30 feet or so to say hi to people. Tumalo Falls is definitely worth a visit, and it's worth coming to the top for. Just know it's really busy. It's Tuesday afternoon, and the parking lot is completely full with overflow parking full. But they're all here to see the incredible Tumalo Falls. How cool is that? Look at this mountain scenery in the background. Obviously, Chai Chai's missing her mama, so we better catch up. So here we are 1.2 miles later, and we hit Double Falls, I think it is. As you get out of the main Tumalo Falls parking lot area, the crowds really start to thin. There's butterflies flying all around today, so it's
beautiful.
Pretty incredible. But anyway, we probably passed a dozen people on this trail getting up here in the 1.2 miles, but the parking lot is full, and there are at least 100 people down there. So it goes to show you that not everyone is willing to walk a mile to see these falls. So there's that one, and then there's one in the tree line behind me too.
It's longer than a mile.
1.2 miles. That's how much we've walked. So
yeah.
It felt like 3 to us, of course, because it's all uphill. Well, we drove back to Bend. Now we're hanging out in the Trader Joe's parking lot. And we've got the pooches with us. It's 92 degrees, so we can't leave them in the car, which means that either I or Angie have to stay in the car with it running and the air conditioning on. So Angie's gone into Trader Joe's, one of her favorite stops, and she's getting all kinds of goodies to take home back to camp. And then we'll head back home here shortly. It was a good little hike. Spent 2.5 hours out in the woods, and I think it was a 2.4 mile walk, so really good, and just about a 363 foot elevation climb. Of course, we watched all the people that do it all the time blow by us like it was nothing, but for us, hey man, these 2 days have been quite the achievement, so we'll take it and we'll keep doing it, and hopefully we'll just get better and better and can hike further and further. There's Chai Chai back here. She's barking at everybody. You hear her back there all grumpy. We are hiking far enough. There's Luna. We are hiking far enough that Chai Chai is wearing out, and she'll get to a point where she's just like, nope, I'm done. And she just sits down right in front of me when I'm walking. So far, I've been able to coax her to continue on, but I feel a little bit like a soldier making a POW go on a forced march or something. It's not beyond the realm of possibilities that I'll have to carry her. So that is what you get when you got short, stubby little legs, I guess. When you've got pups and you can't go inside and eat, finding a whole food truck village is quite the blessing. Here we are in Sun River on the way back home, and Angie's down at Trader Joe's. We're gonna grab a bite to eat, and we gotta stop at the grocery outlet, grab some groceries, and we're on our way home to chill for the evening. Let's see what we find. You make it work.
Hey, this is Jamie Peters coming here.
Living it hard out here. Well, I learned something today. We came back and the boat was sideways. We've been gone for a night, and the boat was turned sideways against the beach. Here's what I learned. When there's swimmers at the boat ramp and you can't get enough momentum from, you don't want to come in too hot because there's swimmers around, you have to get off and then push the boat back out, and then with about 12 feet of line or so, pull the boat back in where it has some momentum and you can get it properly up on the beach. Usually, I come in kind of hot, a little hot, hotter than I would with swimmers around. I didn't want to come in too hot. Not screaming, I'm just enough to pull the bow up onto the beach like it is after I've reset it. the other day when we came back, there were swimmers at the boat ramp. They were right where I needed to be. Kind of inconsiderate, if you ask me. Go do your swimming somewhere other than a boat ramp. I don't know. But, I mean, they were nice enough folks, so don't get me wrong. I think they were just kind of oblivious. And maybe I'm making up etiquette that I don't even know. But to me, it would seem logical that boating etiquette should be don't swim where boats are being launched and retrieved and where they're docking, that kind of thing. So, anyway, what I did this time, I figured it out. I had to put on my brand new fancy water shoes and take the boat and let it drift out about 12 feet, and then I grabbed the line and got enough momentum to pull the bow up onto the beach far enough to where I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Put the anchor under a rock with the rod wrapped out around a couple times. So hopefully that'll hold. But yeah, you know, before I had just like barely brought the bow just up against the beach, and then I was trying to pull it up, muscle it up. Why not use that 2,000 pounds with some momentum behind it in order to get it to come up on the beach? So that's what I learned. We're back home, man. Got to show off my fancy schmancy new water shoes too. This saves my tennis shoes. For a while I've had only one pair of shoes, so when they get wet, I'm out of luck. When you're boating, your shoes are going to get wet. So I've had some soggy sneakers for a while. Not anymore. And I got Angie a pair just like it. So, yep. I'm glad I came down here and checked on the boat. You know, a friend of mine said when you have a boat in the water, you worry about it incessantly, and that's pretty much the truth. As long as you're not on the boat and can see everything, it's constantly in the back of your mind if the bilge pump failed or whatever. Hey, another thing, I left the depth finder on. I left the depth finder on and the bilge pump on. It's not an automatic bilge pump. It's the kind that continuously runs. And I thought that when I got in there to start it, my batteries would be dead. But 2 days. Accessory depth finder on and bilge pump on. Must not draw very many amps because the boat fired right up. So happy about that. Back to work tomorrow. As if this isn't work enough, right?